Okay, I'm supposed to be working out, but hold on. Do you think talking to yourself to give you some more up-leveled motivational talking, you think that's dumb or weird? We are talking to ourselves all day. We have thoughts in our head all day long, and like a majority of those thoughts are negative because that's just our primal brains are programmed to be looking for all the dangers out there. So it looks for the negative. So of course, talking positive to yourself is important. I'll say more later. I gotta go kick my ass. Holy moly, post-workout video, yeah. Whew, okay. So I still have like 2 weeks left of Lift More to do with Joel Freeman, but those workouts are like on average 40 minutes long, and B25 on with Shaun T has been like 27, 28 minutes, and with it being summer and all my garden and yard work and other projects, and I'm gonna be leaving for San Antonio soon, I have a lot to do. Oh yeah, and I'm building a business. So, sweat city. But I liked how Shaun T was talking about her self-talk. And you know, when shit gets rough, that is really when our self-talk is the most important. Because we believe whatever we tell ourselves. And we have a lot of thoughts that we don't even fully, that we don't consciously acknowledge. I actually had like the statistics down at one point because I had heard them in a podcast. But a lot of those thoughts that we have, the majority of them are negative. And like we don't even really give them a second thought. Thoughts. So they just are background noise constantly going on for us. And that literally is self-talk. We just don't really think about it as that because we're not consciously making the effort to think them. They just come naturally. But literally, we've trained ourselves to have those thoughts because it started when we were really little. We just didn't know. A lot of us, including myself, were not taught how to train our brains to work at its most optimum for us. Back in the, you know, primitive caveman days, it was extremely important to be focused on the negative because you needed to be aware of, you know, things that you could fall into and animals that would try to eat you, all sorts of things. But nowadays, our brains still think all that crap's happening, but it's not. And it'll perceive things like credit debt, student loans, struggling to pay the bills, a shit job. It takes all those things and makes it a bear that's trying to eat you. And so it's extremely important to actually actively work on our self-talk. And it's like, but it feels weird, right? Like it feels stupid, especially when you first start. It feels odd and it feels woo-woo and dumb. But here's the thing. What you're really doing, if you don't want to like think about it as, you know, self-talking to yourself, you're great, you're amazing, everybody loves you, or whatever it is that Truman would do in the Truman Show. It's not so much like the positive self-talk gurus and stuff. It's more so, think about it as you are crowding out all of that subconscious negative thought processes that are constantly running as background noise, because all of that junk literally closes our minds to opportunities to move forward. It also puts us more, would you guys stop? The dogs are right behind me. It really seriously like shrinks our view of everything. It closes us off to other people's thoughts and opinions. It closes us off to seeing things that are right in front of us. It closes us off in so many ways, and I'm having such a hard time concentrating with these two wrestling right behind me. Can you guys stop? I'm easily distracted. Noise is kind of an issue for me. So I was just, he was talking about self-talk during the video, and I'm like, holy crap, like, that is so actually true. Because he's like, he didn't say all of that. He was saying how you might feel silly doing it at first, and it hit me why it might feel silly. Because we've spent decades with all this background going on, and for us to throw something opposite of that in there on purpose seems wrong. But if your house was full of CO2, which would be really hard to live in, wouldn't you want to introduce oxygen in it so that you can actually breathe? I like that analogy. So I hope people stuck through to the end. Because there you have it. And sticking through to the end. Puppies! Puppies! Elsa the Husky, Finn the Chowski.